So I took a 2-year break away from this YouTube channel. That's a pretty long time. So what brought me back? Have you ever heard people talk about the importance of finding your why? I think it's safe to say that the history of my YouTube channel here is a great demonstration of why your why matters. Wanting something is fine, but if you understand why you want the thing and what your purpose and your motivation is behind it, then you have a strong driving force to do the work required to achieve your goal. So my story starts in 2019. It's September, I believe, and I decided to finally start a YouTube channel. It was something I'd been thinking about doing for a while. I was interested in learning how to edit video. So I did it. I started the channel and I made a lot of random content talking about arbitrary things relating to creativity and art. It was some discussions, some time-lapse videos of me painting, skits, ramblings, all kinds of things, but without a clear direction. I didn't know what my why was, and I didn't know why I was showing up on YouTube. At that time, I was trying to figure out what I was doing with my art and my career. And generally, it showed. Even though I was putting out a lot of videos and doing so pretty regularly, the content and even the thumbnails were all over the place, and I was just spinning my wheels. There was no growth, and there was no plan, which was a good metaphor for where I was in life in general. I was just kind of floundering about without a clear direction. I left my full-time job in February of 2020 with the intention of doing freelance work. But I think most of us remember what happened a month later, March 2020. We had everything shut down for the quarantine with the pandemic, and all of my prospects just vanished into thin air. So I didn't really know what to do. I had time to make videos. Still, the purpose was vague. I was kind of in this waiting mode, waiting for things to get back to normal. Because most of us at first didn't expect it to go on for as long as it did. Like maybe in a month we'll be back and everything will be open and fine again. Clearly, that's not what happened. It just put me into this weird state of not knowing what was happening next, not knowing what I was doing because of that. It was a holding pattern. My last regular post happened the last day of 2020. It was December 31st, and I did a kind of a wrap-up of the year video, what I've learned from the year 2020. But after that, I just lost my motivation to keep doing it. I wasn't achieving anything. I wasn't growing. I didn't know why to keep putting that much time and effort into something. I lost my drive. Why keep at it if it wasn't going anywhere? Where was it supposed to go, if anywhere? I needed to figure out what I was trying to do. Because over the course of 2021, I posted 5 arbitrary videos, and that was it. Nothing in 2022, I don't believe. But during that time, I did do a lot of self-reflecting and digging. I thought about who I wanted to be as an artist, what I wanted to create, and how I wanted to live my life. I spent a lot of time thinking about how I could be in service to other people through the things that I would do with my art. I dove into creating with no pressure, no expectations other than to explore and to grow and to try things and to follow what came. And as time went on, I naturally started to form a direction and to find my voice. I discovered that I needed to embrace my own brand of weirdness. I needed to let go of trying to fit into other boxes of who I should be, even though I didn't realize I was doing it until I started to unpack all of the shoulds that were falling into my life, like what I should be doing, what I should be making, how I should be doing it, and what should happen for me once I did it. After putting in a lot of work, I have developed my work and my artistic voice. Along with that, I did decide to come back to YouTube earlier this year, back in February. In a different capacity, I started posting twice a week live streams. I promised myself to show up whether or not anyone else did. And it was a way of holding myself accountable to do the work and putting myself out there in an authentic, unedited way. I wanted to be real about how messy the creative process was and how important it is to continue to do the work anyway. And I really wanted to start to build a community for folks with a creative bend, even the creative curious, where we could be supportive and encouraging of each other. In the last month, I've gone one step further, and I've started posting planned and edited content again. I genuinely enjoy editing videos, and I hope that all of the content that I put out, edited live or otherwise, can have the same purpose of creating a weird and genuine and interesting creative space where everybody can feel welcome. While I definitely don't have everything figured out yet, I am confident that I believe I'm on the right path. I'm still learning every day, and I doubt myself constantly. I'm constantly thinking about how I can readjust things and do things a little bit differently and incorporate what I learn. And maybe in a month or two, how I show up will be a little bit different again. But I've promised to continue showing up to the best of my ability. I'm still trying to build a fulfilling and useful artistic life. But without a clear why, for all that time, I was just spinning my wheels. I was throwing half-baked ideas at the wall and hoping that something would stick, and then go figure when it didn't. Without knowing my why, I didn't have the drive to continue to grow and stick to it when things got difficult or didn't go the way that I thought that they should. So here's a question to you. Is there anything that you struggle with or wonder about in living your best creative life and finding your why? Is it something you've given much thought to? Would it be helpful if I made some videos, perhaps digging deeper into finding your why? Let me know. In the meantime, I'll just be over here painting, making things, recording stuff, and trying to figure out, what did I do with my phone? Much less myself. Have a great creative day, and I hope you'll join me for more videos.